very, very excited. It is time to open them up and let these guys wander the entire front. Look at this, it's got a jungle. We got a beautiful ficus tree in there. There's plenty of weeds that have been growing up. That's amazing. Let's go ahead, open this up. Here we go. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm just checking up on some of these baby star tortoises. These are the Burmese stars that I put out here a few weeks back, and they seem to be doing very, very well in this outdoor enclosure, which is exciting because I love getting them outside so they can get that natural sunlight. But as you see, we got some shade here, so it's dappled sunlight. They're not directly just being bombarded. When you have baby tortoises, it's really good to have an enclosure that has a roof on it, something that will keep predators away. So as you remember, we built this thing up for them. We've got a little Fluker water bowl with an irrigation drip system in there, so when it comes on, it fills up. And also it's got some gravel so as to not be too deep that the tortoises, if they flipped over, they would drown. That's something else you got to be very careful of. But I wanted to just catch up on all these guys real quick before we do a couple little things here today. Here's another one of our offspring. This is the one that our friends at Miami Tortoise Garden gave us, and that animal's doing very well. We're gonna be putting 2 lizards in here soon that'll cohabitate with them. I can't wait to get those. We gotta go down and see my friend Sam Pascucci and get those animals. I've just been super busy with all the construction that I haven't had a chance to really leave, which, as you know, can be difficult when you have a little reptile farm like this. Let me just try and open this thing up a little bit. Okay, here we go. I wanted to visit with some of the animals in this enclosure. Look at that, these 2 are just sunbathing. That is amazing. Very, very cool. So we've seen 4, there's 1 more in here. Oh my gosh, yeah, so these 2 are doing great. I love watching them walk around. They burrow into the pine needles. They've got little weeds that pop up that they eat. And then of course I'm feeding them our Fluker diet, so that's good as well. So this guy's moving around, but you see where they are? They're in that dappled sunlight, like I said. So you can see they've got a little bit of sun that they can bask in, get warmed up, and then move out of the heat when they need to. If by chance one of them flipped over, it wouldn't take long before I noticed it, and they wouldn't overheat in the sun.
Thank you to all our loyal Patreon members out there who have helped to create an amazing reptile community online with us. This week's shout out goes to Katrine Rudstrom.
Important to get them going like that. Look at this. This one's just looking out, trying to get out into the wider world. We don't want that to happen. So very, very cool. I love this enclosure. I love the natural aspect of it, but soon they're going to have some buddies in there. So I like to get in here, as I mentioned, and just kind of see everybody and make sure they're doing well, which they are clearly. The adults are over here, as you can see, doing very, very well. These guys are going to be going back to Tom Crutchfield soon. Here's the large egg-laying female, and then of course we've got another female over here, and then the rest of the clan is back there kind of hanging out and sunbathing. But they've been doing extremely well with our ramp here, up and down the ramp, no issues at all. So that's just the coolest, man. I really love these tortoises. They are a bucket list species for me. They're found in what is now called Myanmar. Historically it was called Burma. So these guys can take high humidity. They are found, believe it or not, in more grassy areas, but it does experience rain and high humidity. So for whatever reason, there are 3 star tortoises in the world: the Indian star, the Sri Lankan star, and of course the Burmese star tortoise, which we're talking about right here. All have this gorgeous radiating pattern on their shell, which acts as a break when sun is dappling through grasses. It breaks up their shell and it creates the look of dappled sunlight, which hides them from predators. But as I was saying, 3 different kinds we have here on planet Earth. The ones that are the most conducive for Florida are going to be the Burmese stars. For whatever reason, they just do not have any issues when it comes to humidity. This one obviously had some kind of injury in the past. You can see under the scoot, that layer of keratin is the bone, and you can kind of see the almost not necessarily, I forgot what it's called, fossa. I think, I don't know, it's the joints of the bone. It's actually basically their rib cage that is fused together to create that shell, but something rubbed off the outer layer of keratin in the scoot, and now you've got this bone coming out, and what's happening is underneath new keratin is forming, and eventually this bone is going to pop right off, and the animal will be none the worse for wear, albeit just with a little bit more character, if you will. So awesome species of tortoise. We'll be happy to get them back to our buddy Tom Crutchfield here in the coming weeks. He's getting things set up. He's also going to have things set up for Bill, to take Bill back. It's been an absolute honor to work with those animals, but they're doing really well here, so I'm excited. But over here we also have our rhinos. Now the thing about these two, coming up is going to be egg laying season for them. Here's Petro and of course Petra. So these guys are going to breed real soon, and we're going to wind up getting eggs again. And I'm going to change up the way that I incubate the eggs, because last year we only had one successful hatching. The rest of the eggs did not do well, so I've got to do something different. I don't think I'm doing too well with the mode that I was in. So we want to make sure things are dialed in properly. Look at this. He just loves scratches. He just raises up, gives me that nice posture. That's how you know he's happy. But look, you can hear his tympanium right there. Look at little scratches. And then she is the same way. Very, very good animal. Very tamed up. Love her. Got these guys many years ago from Starborn Reptiles out on the west coast of Florida. Dave Morningstar and his family. Just great animals, and they're doing really well. And what's funny is I did actually trade some star tortoise babies. So it's interesting that they are living with Burmese stars, huh? So it's kind of come full circle. We've got babies, we've got the adults, but I just like to get in and assess the enclosure, make sure everything's going well. I do this normally when I feed, but today I wanted to do it with you guys because I wanted to give you an update on everything that's going on over here, which is good news. So yeah, we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is a 5th little baby hanging out somewhere, hiding in here. He's not under there. I'm sure he's fine. He might be on the other side of that log, so I'll have to go over there and look eventually. Now let's get in and see what's up with the Guapo. Here he is, doing incredibly well. We thought we were going to lose Guapo, huh? Man, last summer, coming up on a year since his big fight with Petro. And you can see, you know, he's missing some spines there, and he's looking a little scarred up, but we still love him so very much here at the camp. He is one of our favorite animals and just incredible. I've had him since he was a little guy in 2004, and here he is just kind of raising up, looking really, really good. So very, very excited that he pulled it. Now, of course, I have to worry about his gal, and that's Lola. Lola's still constipated. In fact, I'm going to be heading back to Dr. Mike Gillen at PG Animal Clinic later today, where I'll be doing another enema on her to make sure that she is passing her fecal matter. She still has some that is kind of impacting her, but we're working really hard and diligently to kind of loosen it up and keep her hydrated so that she can pass whatever else she has in there. We definitely don't want you know, her to be like that for long. But Guapo, on the other hand, has made a complete recovery. Just a fantastic critter. And I'm so thankful that he pulled it, you know, because I don't know what I'd do without him. I love him so much. These guys can live 50 to 60 years, so he is only 21 years old. He's got plenty of life left. He should be around at least until I kick the bucket here, you know, so... Well, shucks, yeah, he'll live well past me, hopefully. So there you go. Anyhow, let's move on out, see what other trouble we can get into here at the camp. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to open up the rest of the Endangered Tortoise enclosure. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in the L47. I got a little something I've got to do to just dial in the other section, the wooded section of their enclosure, that jungly section full of palmettos. So let's go get on the L47 and I'll head over there and do what needs to be done. All right, let's do it. All right, so what I did is I just used the machines to push back some of this leaf litter to keep them from being able to climb out, because it has been building up as I rake it up here and throw it in there. And I also added a couple more pieces. So what I'm gonna do is just get a nice big pile of dirt and put it right there. This will be too tall rather for them to climb over, but it's amazing what I can get done with the machines. I'll just get another pile of dirt there with the SCL 1000, boom, tamp it down, and this ain't going nowhere. So very, very excited. It is time to open them up and let these guys wander the entire front enclosure. So look at this, it's got a jungle. We got a beautiful ficus tree in there. There's plenty of weeds that have been growing up. These guys are going to be going nuts. And one more time, look at those machines. They're a godsend. Thank you, Kubota. SCL 1000, L47. We used them in tandem. And what would have been an all-day job took me, oh gosh, I think about 10 minutes all total. So that's amazing. Let's go ahead, open this up. Here we go. So the kids are all hanging out. Oh, look at that. Hank's getting a drink. Hi, Hank. You want to... Oh, look who's ready to go. Now, why do I like opening this up? Well, for Socrates, who's our Galapagos tortoise, she needs the exercise. So I love giving them things to climb over, like all these palmetto roots and such. They'll be able to get over them and do their thing. Let me just slide this over, and there it is. Oh, yeah. It's time to go exploring, kid. Let me get this plywood moved. This is the winter door, believe it or not. Move this. Ah, so much work. Yes, there we go. All right, guys. Are you going to be first, Socrates? To kind of wander around the jungle. Look at all this. That's all going to disappear. All those weeds are going to disappear because these guys are going to have a field day. So very, very cool to see these guys all over here. Here comes Boba. It's these small ones I'm going to be wandering around looking for. Right? You're gonna grow so fast with all that food to eat. Yes, you are. That's a little Timmy. Here comes Nostradamus and Boba, as I mentioned, all the way out there. Here's Hank, and then Cersei. Hey, Hank. Buddy is doing well. He's up there. One day we'll get Buddy all out of his shell, and he'll come back into the main creek of tortoises. So, all right, everyone, there you go. That's a day, huh? That is a day. That is a jungle for them to get involved in and start wandering around in. Super excited. Had to be done. Well, we had a fun day today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching this channel, helping us continue our pursuit of reptile excellence and knowledge and husbandry for the last, oh gosh, since 2011? I don't even remember. It's been a long time. Thanks, guys. Thanks also to Kubota for their support here at the camp, making animals happy. See you guys soon. Bye.